What's up, my honey bunnies, and welcome back to the Cruelty Free Vanity. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite foundations. You guys requested my favorite or top foundations and top primers, so I decided to do the foundations first. Let me just tell you right now that honestly guys, I do prefer a CC cream or a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer just because I do love a light coverage when it comes to foundation. I don't like to cover everything up. I don't like to look flawless every single day, and I don't even wear makeup every single day. Don't ask me why I have so many foundations because I don't know. I obviously love to try them to do reviews for you guys. So I'm gonna start with my favorite liquid foundations, and let me just say before I start is that I haven't found the perfect liquid foundation. These are just really good ones, but they're not perfect. They all have a little flaw in them, but it's okay. I still love them and I still have repurchased. The 100% Pure Healthy Skin Foundation, it has amazing coverage, and even though, like I said, I prefer a light to medium coverage, this is more of a high medium to full coverage on me. I've noticed that we all have a different meaning when it comes to full coverage foundation. What I consider full, you might not consider full, but I've heard other people say that this is not enough coverage for them. So it all depends, guys. We're all different. We all want different things from our foundations, and yeah, so I wanted to mention that as well. This is my second bottle or second tube of this. I really love this. It's a really great foundation. It has great coverage. It's natural, it's vegan. The only thing about this foundation or any foundation from 100% Pure is that it's hard to find your perfect shade, and this is not my perfect shade. I do have Peach Bisque, and let me just give you guys a swatch. I'm sure if you watched my videos for a long time, you guys have seen this foundation in action. So I'll link any videos where I'm using this foundation down below so you guys can check that out. But yeah, it has really good coverage. It's very creamy, blends really nicely, long lasting. I definitely recommend this foundation for someone who prefers more coverage and who has oily or combination skin, because this is definitely a matte foundation. When I first bought this, I was able to use this on its own, but I feel like my skin type has definitely changed, where my skin has been more drier now than before. So this is way too drying on my skin now. So if you have very dry skin, I definitely recommend using a very hydrating and moisturizing moisturizer before applying this. Like anything from 100% Pure, the ingredients are really nice. The packaging is nice. This one comes in a air pump where the air pushes the little thing up. I think these type of packaging help get everything out, like all of the product out. Here is the swatch dried up. As you can see, there's no luminosity. Out of all of the foundations that 100% Pure carries, this is definitely by far my favorite. I haven't tried their cream foundation. That's the only foundation that I have not tried. Next, we have the Amani 12-Hour Hydro Liquid Foundation, and as you can see, it's already broken. I've had it for so long. I've actually had it since August 2015, which I definitely should be tossing this. It doesn't smell like it's bad. It performs, you know, the same way that it did when I first bought it. So I'm not gonna toss it until I feel like it stinks or it's just not working the same anymore. But till then, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna still use it. This is very hydrating, guys. So if you guys have very dry skin or normal or combination skin, I really do recommend this one because it's so hydrating. It does have hyaluronic acid and cucumber extract or something like that, but it's really good foundation. Here's a swatch of that. This is the color 240 Oyster Beige. The reason I love this foundation so much is because it's very hydrating, and when my skin is very dry, I really appreciate the formula. But when my skin is very oily, I have to mix it in with this one, which is the 100% Pure Healthy Skin Foundation. And these two together are just like the perfect match, like made in heaven. The finish of this foundation is more of a dewy finish, but not oily and not super dewy. I think the best way to describe this foundation is that it feels like a tinted moisturizer. This foundation is not a full coverage foundation and barely makes it to like a medium coverage. I do really love it because it's so hydrating and moisturizing, and I do like it as a mixing foundation to add to any foundation that's too dry or if it's too dark. Whenever I wear this alone, it is quite long wearing, but it's not going to be like super long wearing. It does say 12 hours, but I do think it's more like an 8-hour wear type of foundation. So that was the Amani one. Next, we have the Juice Beauty Foundation. This is the Phyto Pigments Flawless Serum Foundation. By far, this is my favorite serum foundation. I have tried other serum foundations, I just didn't like them that much. I do have a whole video on this foundation. I also have a blog post, which I will also link down below so you guys can check it out if you want to see how it looks on me, how it goes on, and everything else. But I really love this foundation. The only problem I have with this is that this is a very dark shade. So this is my summer shade. I do have medium tan. I think next time I'm gonna get the shade lighter, which is Sand, I believe. It is a serum foundation, so it does have a serum built in there. It's basically a skincare and a foundation in one. Here's the swatch of the medium tan of the Juice Beauty Phyto Pigment Foundation. As you can see, it looks like the perfect shade for my skin, but it does oxidize a little bit. So it does get darker. It does have a very dewy finish. So if you don't like dewy foundations, I definitely suggest you guys staying away from this one because it gives you luminosity without having shimmer. So it just makes your skin look very, very healthy, very dewy. And maybe after like 6 or 8 hours of wear, my skin does get very shiny, especially on my T-zone because I do have, oh my God, I forgot to tell you guys my skin type. I should have said that before I started this video, but my skin type is combination skin. So my T-zone is very oily, and then like the outer part of my face, it's very, very dry. So now that we got that out of the way, going back to the foundation, it does make my skin look very, very shiny after a few hours of wear. The wear time on this foundation is really, really nice as well. The coverage is really good. The main reason I love this so much is because of the formula. The formula makes my skin look so healthy. It doesn't cling to any of my dry patches. It doesn't like break down like on my nose. You know, sometimes foundation can just like collect like right here or like right here. This one doesn't do that. I just feel like my skin looks really, really nice and healthy and very natural looking whenever I wear this foundation. So that's why I love it. But like I said, I am going to go for a shade lighter whenever I repurchase this. I did get this in January 2016. So it's been a year since I've had this. So I probably should be throwing it out, but these were my 3 favorite liquid foundations. Again, they're not perfect. Now let's move on to my loose powder and pressed powder foundation. The Modern Minerals loose powder foundations. These are by far one of my favorite loose powder foundations. Really, really amazing. They're vegan, cruelty-free, very affordable. I believe they're only $20, which is a great deal for a natural vegan and cruelty-free foundation. And I do have 2 different shades because I do obviously get tan during the summer. Golden Almond and Golden Honey are my 2 shades from Modern Minerals. This foundation has great coverage. It's a non-nano mineral foundation. My only issue with this foundation is that the sifter or the shifter, whatever it's called, the thing that's in there, a lot of product comes out and it can get messy. But that's the thing with loose powder foundations, they get pretty messy. I'm also going to give you guys a swatch of the color Golden Honey, but this is a new foundation, so I have to take off the little sticker or the little seal. The good thing about Modern Minerals is that they do sell samples of their foundations, which is really great because we all know that it's hard to pick a shade of foundation online. So I really appreciate when a brand carries samples to sell. I did have a sample of this one, and I know that this one really works for me, so I did go and get the full size. I really like this foundation because it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel very powdery. It gives you a really nice kind of like satin finish. I really have nothing bad to say about this foundation. The formula is great. The ingredients are very minimal. You can see them right here. I do have a one brand look with the Modern Minerals brand, so you guys can check that out. Link that video down below if you guys want to see the way this foundation looks. The coverage is really good. It's more like a medium coverage. Modern Minerals is also made in the US if that's important to you. So definitely recommend Modern Minerals if you're looking for a great loose powder foundation. Non-nano, vegan, natural, cruelty-free, great brand. And the owner, Diane, is an amazing woman. She is really, really sweet. Her customer service is always really, really helpful. So definitely recommend the Modern Minerals foundation. Here are the swatches of the loose powder foundations for Modern Minerals. This one is Golden Honey and Golden Almond. And my other favorite powder foundation is the one from Susu Luxe, and this is the, what is it called? The Dual Powder Foundation in the color D17. It comes in a silver type of compact. And you open it up, you press it right here, and you have a mirror, you have the actual foundation, and you have a little sponge or little poof, not a poof, what are these called? Little, these right here, I don't know what they're called, but yeah, the packaging is a refillable packaging. So you only have to buy the compact once. And once you're done with the pan, your product, you can just put a needle in here and just pop it out. And you can buy a refillable foundation pan and you can just pop it in here. So you don't have to waste that much money. And that also makes it more eco-friendly as well. And I really, really love it because the shade is actually the best shade I have tried in a powder foundation. That's actually what I'm wearing on my face today. It is so annoying when your lipstick collects like in here. So annoying, I can't stand that. Okay, a little better. Now, all right, so going back to the foundation. I was really impressed with this foundation. I honestly didn't expect it to be one of my favorites. Also very long wearing. It's really, really nice. It's very flattering. It's not very powdery. It gives you a satin finish, like a skin-like type of finish. So I really, really love the finish of this. I love the color. I love the formula. I love the staying power. I just feel like it's a great pressed powder foundation. All right, my honey bunnies, so those were my favorite foundations. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys found it helpful. If you guys did, give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.